Well, the week is over. That means it's time for another Saturday night special out here in the shop. So let's chat about some rock-related things. Push that aside. So cheers, everybody. Well, we do a lot of little trips that never make it onto the video, exploring, things of that nature. And, packing out tools to do hard rock mining, rock hounding, collecting minerals, whatever. Well, it gets really heavy, especially if you're thinking about going maybe 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles plus out. So I've kind of put together this little bag that I've been carrying for a while, which has kind of some of the essential little rock hounding tools where you can gather a lot of stuff if you have these. So let's just dump this thing out here, and I'll show you what I've been carrying. It's way easier, of course, when the camera's not on to get this stuff out. Ah, why you gotta be like this? All right. Trust me, it's easier. It's easier when the camera's not on. So I just got a little plastic Fiskars scoop, little pick tool that I found. Found this at somebody's rock hounding spot. Well, it's my tool now. Boom, butter knife. Fancy, huh? The reason I like to carry a butter knife with us, throw it in the car, throw it in the pack, is fossils, concretions, things like that, where you have like a mud layer, and you just want to push in there and give it a little twist and pop that apart. Butter knife works great. You could also use a putty knife, I guess, but I kind of just like this old butter knife. Little brush. Little brushes are nice. If you're out there and you're like, is it a good rock? Is it not a good rock? You can hit it with your little wire brush and find out. Screwdriver. Sometimes I'll have this on my backpack, but you can pop rocks out of hard soil. I love it. And of course, if that doesn't work, the Moves-All. It's just a little Harbor Freight hand pry bar, 12-inch pry bar, something like that. Works really good. I know Harbor Freight is not the highest quality tools out there, but for this purpose, it works excellent. So that is my little tool pouch. Maybe if you think of anything that I should maybe add to that would be beneficial, something I'm not thinking about, boom, drop me a note down below. What else? So the bucket. This is a 2-gallon bucket. Now, often I see people out, let's say even just 400 yards away from their vehicle with a 5-gallon bucket with hopes and dreams of filling their 5-gallon bucket. Now, ideally, let's say you find 5 gallons worth of material. That bucket of rocks is probably gonna weigh 50 pounds. You really think you're gonna carry 50 pounds, let's say up and over a hill, back to your vehicle? Much nicer to have a 2-gallon bucket, maybe multiple 2-gallon buckets. It's so much easier to have 2 of these, one in each hand, and kind of equal that load. Take your handle, right? Put a piece of PEX on there, or old piece of garden hose, and you can, it makes for a much more comfortable handle, as opposed to that little dinky one that comes on all buckets. What else? Maps. Behold, the Wagon Master maps. So, this thing was a little bit of a pain in the butt to acquire, but now that I have a copy, this is essentially a bunch of hand-drawn maps. And this kind of goes into a little bit what I want to talk about here of you got to think of yourself like a funnel for information, right? Yeah, there's rock hounding guides, but you got to be drawing from multiple places. You got to be looking at historical maps, historical PDFs, survey reports, dumpster fire Facebook groups, on and on and on. Geology seminars. Use all of these tools kind of build this bigger picture of your area, and that will help you to be able to identify areas where you can do rock hounding at, areas that haven't been hit before. the possibilities are endless if you're willing to put in the time to do the research, you know? Also, here is a rock. This is a sea maggot that we got out in Graveyard Point. And I'm going to start tumbling some, and that'll be a video coming eventually. But I wanted to throw a piece on the saw. Not my lapidary saw, my old tile saw. And just kind of give it a cut so that we can kind of see a little bit what it could look like, all tumbled up and pretty. I think it's really nice stuff. I'm super looking forward to it. I got all of the stuff selected. It's just got to get the tumbling action going. You know, I've been working a lot, so only so many hours to get things done, right? I had a very nice email exchange, not email, Instagram exchange with somebody talking about, is a tile saw worth it? So let's head out and look at the tile saw. Here is my tile saw, which is a used Rigid brand tile saw. Rigid, if you're not aware, is like a Home Depot brand, and you know, you can also get away with a Harbor Freight one. But I have cut so many rocks with this, and a tile saw is so useful for when you're getting into rock hounding. I have cut so many rocks that I thought were good rocks to take home, only to find out that they're super lame on the inside. Now I no longer pick up those rocks. It does not produce as clean of a cut as an oil lapidary saw, but the price difference, right? So I got this for like $100 versus a slabbing saw, $1,000 easily to set on fire with that. So this can get you cutting. You know, you can get the Harbor Freight one. This one has a sliding table that slides into the saw, as opposed to the Harbor Freight one where you push the rock in and the blade is like mounted in a table. So I would 100% recommend these for getting into rock hounding. All right, lastly, my little cupboard here of rocks that have been given to me. I'd like to show a couple of Thundereggs, which I don't think I've ever shown before. Maybe if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen them. But have this one here, which was a gift. I cut and polished both sides and sent the other half back to the person. So I thought that was kind of a real pretty one. I don't actually know the origins of this. It's got that, I don't know, that kind of nodule texture on the outside, and that. So love that one. You know, when we first started to kind of get into rock hounding, we joined a rock hounding club, which is something that, you know, is recommended by most people that you do. I think it's certainly not necessary. But when we joined our old rock club, they gave us a couple of Thundereggs, which I really, really like. They're from Richardson's in Oregon. This one is especially nice with the gradient lines, the one on the left. So yeah, thought I'd share a couple of rocks as well. I hope you enjoyed people and their freaking motorcycles. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Saturday Night Special, and hope you have a good Sunday. Take care. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff for more future Rocky goodness, and also